Sunday, everyone. I'm holding up a cute, wonderful gift from my friend Pam. They're cute. I'll explain all about it in a little bit, but welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Paul Honeyman. How are you, my friends? What you see is what you get tonight. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. How's it going? How you feeling, Paul? The heck? It's the strangest water cap didn't want to come off. Hello, my friend, my friend. You feeling better? We just gotta wait till it officially says I'm live and get the show rolling. So yeah, I'm good, Mel, thanks. Seriously though, are you good? I know you are all seeing my hair up a lot lately, but if you saw the title, I can't take it anymore. I feel like it's age, or I'm not really sure. It could be the humidity. It's so god awful hot and it just makes me feel sick. Yes, you're live, sweetie. Yay. Okay, so you can hear me and see me good. Laura should be bouncing in. She just got into Kentucky. She went on a little vacation this weekend to Tennessee, which is like so cool. She needed a break. She was really, really busy. That's why she wasn't in here the last 2 weeks. And she had me rolling on Friday night. Let's just say that. She cracks me up. Hello, Mr. Joe Serrano. How are you, my friend? Can't take it anymore, as if any married man hasn't heard that every week. Yeah, that's not the issue here. It's just like, I think we had like 3 days where it was like a little bit cooler. Right now it feels a little bit cooler out there, but I was walking out the door. I already feel like off kilter, and you'd walk out the door and the humidity was like, throwing me for a loop. Not supposed to be in the humidity, technically speaking, by doctor's orders, but always tried to push it. I don't know if it's age now or what, but I'm behind because of the heat, and I'm behind because my phone is officially full. I edited a whole editing video, it's kind of long. If you don't care, I'm just going to show you the haul. I'll go in and remove all the rest and just show you the haul. I couldn't even put the harvest, I'm sorry, out on the table because it was so hot. So, oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, I got lots to do. Last video I shredded some zucchini, lots more to deal with. One's going to be completely for baking. No, I didn't get to that 8-pounder yet that I gave its own video to. I was kind of really busy this week, so I was just quickly grabbing a video, edited or not, and putting it out there just because it's just been crazy. I worked for hours yesterday to finish getting that edited, right? And it said that my space in my phone now is full. So it's always something if I see some awesome sauces in your bowl, Mel. Yeah, a couple different things. I had been putting some tomatoes in the freezer. You've all seen that, where if you're getting like a little here, a little there, and then you can make like a decent sauce out of it. I am not sure if they like salsa, so I figured I could do like a fresh little thing of sauce and maybe make like a Mexican type of meal with it on the side. Yep, salsa. I also was thinking some pingo de gallo, but we would need some nacho chips. And it's amazing when it's nice and fresh coming out of the garden. But lots going on. There's more zucchini out there. The basket's completely full with zucchini. So some of them are going to be shredded, and the rest maybe, I don't know, chunk it. You could put that in anything. Stir fry, you could, all kinds of things. And then I have to deal with some baked goods, but I don't even want to turn the oven on. It's too hot. It has just been, I thought the heat wave was gone. It's been terrible, absolutely terrible. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button on your way in or your way out. Would greatly appreciate it. I'm starting to feel a little chilly in here. Let me turn this off. Paul, you would be excited. Let me explain. So, about, look at how dark. I got a gardener's tan. I'm just way too dark. Whoa. And I think I was out with Chris. Was it last summer or the summer before? We found TikTok pants wearing. Paul can let me know at about hours, not a minute over. I'm exhausted. I've been helping out a new friend this week. Not to not to divulge their information too much, but um, I can at least say this. This person deals with severe anxiety, and I'm trying to help. So I'm on the tired side for sure. And then Laura got me, and I was on the phone. It didn't matter anyway because I got woken up. The dogs have been barking like at night. What are you going to do? So it wakes me up, and then Laura was like, "Girl, you awake?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm awake." And we were just dying on the phone till like 3:30 in the morning. So I need to catch up on some sleep, like ever so quickly, and get back on track. I have a lot to do. I did walk over to the garden, but it was like I couldn't even breathe. It was just so stinking hot. I did the green stalks. I did the cucumber tower, if you saw that. The one that Jay bought me, which is looking really good, but the plants were looking really limpy from the heat. So I think that took 3 gallons of water. And then the other two, I did 2 bucketfuls and then had to water the cups individually. So I didn't water the garden. It's supposed to rain tonight. I'm kind of hoping that it does. You know, if it's tomato cracks, it's tomato cracks. It's whatever. But it's supposed to rain tonight. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. And I'm somewhat looking forward to it because Mondays are a lot harder for me. You know, there's videos and editing and all that jazz I have to do. And I just have a busy week coming up. So, yeah. There's a message up for review, Paul. I love a good stir fry. Uh-oh, buffering. Oh, you got a bug on your shoulder. No, I don't. Don't even do that to me. I'd be freaking out. Gone now. What? There's never a bug on me. I'm in her dining room. So yeah, I'm just in comfy clothes, and when this is done, I'm just gonna rewash my face and I'm gonna go to bed. So let me fill you in on something, which I normally record my Monday cuteness overload on Monday, but it's all going to depend on the weather. But one of my chickens, I said in a video, has something wrong with her foot. Everything that I've researched, there was a fly on your butt that flew up about 4 minutes ago. Thanks, Paul. Everything I've researched about this chicken's foot came up bumblefoot. So Friday night when I was on the phone with Laura, I was saying, "Oh, it was on the top of her foot. Why is Joe Morgan calling me? I'm live." Um, Mr. Joe Morgan, I'm on live, buddy. Anyway, Laura knew immediately. It doesn't matter if I said it's on the top of the foot going over to the web. She's like, it's bumblefoot. So she has a different. I'm watching it 3 thumbs up. I see 2 thumbs up, but I do see the 9. So let me see. I'll share this out. Sorry about that. I was trying to share it, but that's weird. Now usually it's available. And for some reason I cannot. Ooh, it wants to interrupt. Great. It's not giving me an option now to share the live out. I can't get this thing to go away. Hello, Laura. There she is. Who I was just. What the heck am I doing? I have no clue. It's doing something or another. So I can't get rid of this bar at the bottom. She made it. She made it home. Hello, Eka. Hi, Melody, you sexy lady. Thank you, Eka. Greatly appreciate it. I wish I could get this away. What is going on here? Look at it. It just keeps changing. Oh my goodness gracious. But how do you get rid of these filters at the bottom? I don't know. I can't get rid of it now. I screwed it up. But welcome in, everyone. Laura, so glad to know that you made it home safe. Hello at home with Tom and Rhonda Howard. How are you? I saw the video with the tiny house or the shed. I did watch that, but I didn't comment because of the factor I was watching it through the TV and there's no way to comment that way. But yeah, I hope you are all well. Let's see. Trying to make it home. Oh, okay. So she's still in the car. She's not exactly home yet. I was just telling them we were talking on Friday night. Hilarious. Hilarious. She's the funniest person ever. I don't know how to make this. I don't know what I did. I went to share it out. Okay, I got that going. It won't let me share my live. Let's see if I see YouTube. Bear with me. No, the YouTube section is gone. So if anyone can share this out, that'd be great. Anywho, so yeah, she's driving home from Tennessee. And I'm so excited because she got me something and I'm super excited. And she probably looked high and low and then sent me a message like, this is the last one. It's the only one I could find. Hope you like it. And I was like, I love it. So I kind of don't want to say anything, but then I kind of do. I just can't wait for it to get here because I'm going to wear it on Sunday Night Live. But I'll tell you what it is. So I don't know if you're familiar with Morgan Wallen, who's like the hottest country singer that's out there right now. And it's different. It's not that kind of country. It's not like old school country. It's like 90s, 2003. I mean, he has a lot of like number one hits. And I wanted a Tennessee hat, which is where he's from. And that's what she found me, a Tennessee hat. So that's awesome sauce. I'm super excited about that. Greatly appreciate it. MT Internet has been doing very strange things tonight. Really? I see it, Laura. You're not home yet. Are you close to home? I thought she originally said like 9 o'clock. No. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Well, anyway, so I'm super excited about getting my Tennessee hat. I don't care. Pure orange. I'm going to front that hat. Believe me, I'm going to be wearing it because he's like my number one. Well, Jason Aldean, Morgan Wallen. So that's exciting. I'm like, yeah, I'll be in Pennsylvania fronting a Tennessee hat for Morgan Wallen. And she's like, shoot, I should have sang in Kentucky. I'm like, you think? I would definitely wear Kentucky, probably much more because it's like blues and all that kind of stuff. Nope, Mel Laura stopped off at her local on her way home. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Paul. So yeah, so that will be coming. I just can't even explain it. Like we were rolling, laughing on Friday night. Just a ball. Okay. I just heard a crash. Wonder what that was. I read it. So you're seeing like an exhausted, tired Mel, heat exhaustion. I'm just like, I just can't take it anymore. It's too hot. So looky, oh, let me go back to what I was saying. Yeah, I'll do my best to get it shipped to you tomorrow, Mel. Yay. Laura, if you want to throw in a Kentucky hat in there, girl, which you should, because like we're BFFs here, you would have thought I would have got that Kentucky hat first. So I looked it up, the Kentucky colors on the hat, super cute. I'm a baseball cap kind of girl because I could throw my ponytail through it, but I was like, oh, while you're there, if you see like a Tennessee hat, just let, I mean, I would pay for it. Um, just because it's Morgan Wallen. She said, yeah, I didn't think she was going to say it. I saw it. So back to what I was originally talking about. My conversation with Laura was about, she said instantly, Bumblefoot on my chicken. She's 25 miles away from home still. Okay, exhausted. I can have some fun tonight. Laugh out loud, Mel. Make sure you stay hydrated. I have a water here. I do. Did you hear about the woman that I think she was 34 years old? I was just telling Robin about it today. What is that? Do you hear that? Oh, maybe she's covering up the dirt. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tonight, so that would be smart. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so that wouldn't be good. Um, she was out there for a while. I was like, oh, gee, I don't even know how you were even out there doing that dirt. It is just so humid. She's like, it is, it is. I said, it's just god awful out. So you don't want it to be wet when she's trying to finish getting it cleaned up. So yeah, so hopefully she was watching and heard me say it was going to rain, which I'm looking forward to that because they didn't water the garden tonight. Um, but back to me explaining to Laura what's going on with my chicken's foot. Started off like round, completely round, and then it kind of like broke open and it's kind of here going into here. Um, she said she fell asleep on me last night. Girl, you had me up 3:30 in the morning. I was dying laughing on a Friday, but I so needed that. Believe me, you, because I've missed her. I'm telling you, I feel like Laura's like the sister I never had. So she did say Bumblefoot. Here's a suggestion. She said, I don't know how many caps. I forget because it was so late. But she put bleach in warm water and put the chicken's foot in it. I said, did she scream? She said, no. I said, did you have to get somebody else to hold the chicken? She said, no. She cleaned her foot. And then it is a spray I have to get off of Amazon. It sprays purple, like you dry her little foot when it's done. And then you spray this purple stuff. I think she said it's purple, and I guess it seals it. So I have to get that first, and then the bleach, and then I'd rather do that than having to puncture it or scalpel it off. I don't really want to have to do that. So yeah. Laura, what's the name of the purple spray again? Laugh out loud, Laura Mel will fall asleep on anyone at 3:30 a.m. She don't stay up all night like I do. That's the load of bull crap. Before here, I was always a night owl. Always a night owl. And because I wasn't a night owl, it was like my whole sleep schedule got thrown off. But like I said, I was trying to help a friend out who's suffering a lot of loss and having severe anxiety. So I've been busy with that this week. Not that I mind. Sweet, sweet person. And yeah, so, and then when Laura hit me up like, girl, you awake? I was like, yep, because the dogs were barking. So yeah, let me see. It rained in Tennessee this morning. Laura, what is the name of that purple spray for the chicken's foot? Hello, CR. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to go to this real fast before I forget. This is what's in the picture. Let me show you this because I had no idea what it was. And I'm going to give her a call tomorrow. But this is the envelope it came in. And it says, do not bend, fragile. And then I opened it up. And it's pop-up flower bouquet sunflower. Send some love. And it came from my girl Pam. Oh, so stinking cute. I didn't know it was from her at first because there was no signature on the card. Card's uber cute. And it just says, I feel so special having you as a special friend. I will value it for the rest of my life. And then I was just like, where's the name? And then I looked and it said Pam. So I don't have to worry about watering it. Isn't that cute? Totally fake, artificial. Gives you instructions on how to open it. She's the one that sent me my petunias, so I'm not really shocked by this because she always finds like interesting things when it comes to flowers, and I love sunflowers. I mean, love them, love them, love them. And you can just take both your hands and push it out, make it a little bit more fluffier. So the most you have to do is dust it. It's not going to die. But is that not cute? And her card was so sweet. So a great big shout out to Pam. Love it, love it, love it. And I will give her a call to thank her. So yeah, it is a bouquet, and it just gives you instructions on how to open it. So I love it. Thank you, Pam. Love you too. I value our friendship and will value it for the rest of my life. Same with Laura. And I do feel like Laura's like the sister I never had. All right. So, no, I know it's Bumblefoot, but what's the name of this spray? No, it was way before 3:30 Paul. No, it wasn't. Lies, lies. Sunflower, yep. Or Mel just said it was 3:30. It was Blue Coat. That's it. So if anyone else has this problem, because I never had it before, but it's in my cart on Amazon, and I'm going to see if I can give Jean the money, and because she has Prime, so I can get it here faster to get the problem resolved. So yeah, they're the best sort of flowers, never lose their petals. That is so true, and I love sunflowers, and just thought, how adorable is this? And like, look, looks like it's somewhat like in a mason jar. Is that not the cutest? So cute, love it, and that's what you see in my picture. Giving a great big shout out to Pam. Bad influence, Mel? No. Hello, Suzanne. How are you, darling? Happy Sunday. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I'll hold it up again. Artificial sunflowers from Pam, where you just push it out and turn it in. I mean, you can fluff them and everything. Love it. Super sweet. No, Laura got me a hat from Tennessee. I'm so addicted to Morgan Wallen now, it's not even funny. Okay, so I got to keep this all rolling. Welcome in, Suzanne. Hope you're well. I asked Jean if she could talk. I heard this before, that you could go to like the bakery department and ask for one of their like frosting buckets or whatever, because it's a food grade and they usually just throw them out. So she was kind enough to get me one. And I think this is the perfect size that me, Pam, and Laura were talking about. I think this is a 3-gallon, and it was garlic spread. So they washed it. I just washed it out. So when I get the stuff for the Bumblefoot, I'm going to order the lime, and I'm going to start water glassing some eggs. So great big shout out. Great big thank you to Jean for getting that from the bakery at her work. Taller than the blender. Oh, you're such trouble. She's definitely not trouble. Laura's not trouble. Oh, garlic spread. Yeah, so that's what it came in. It wasn't icing, but I don't really think it matters. And she said they washed it, but I might want to wash it again. So I did, and I put it outside to dry, which was easy enough. And then I was trying to figure out how the lid worked before live, and it literally, see if it snaps on. So that might be ideal, and be bringing that to the channel of water glassing some eggs. Now that I'm seeing this, it says that this is, the net weight is 15 pounds. It's 6.80 kilograms. So this looks like a 3-gallon bucket to me, which is what was suggested to do it in, not a 5-gallon. It's like too much. So I have that. Now I just have to get I think it's lime, in order to do water glassing for the very first time. Everyone's saying hello. I know, garlic spread. I'd be putting that on everything. So grateful to have the bucket for sure. I took some pic of my sunflowers today, but it won't let me post them, and they're taller than me. Really? Well, I want to let on YouTube. You can always post them to your community tab if you have it. So let me think. It's Garden State Sew, S-O-W, and Sew, S-E-W. I'm going to give her a great big shout out. She wants to have, she's doing a YouTube channel and would like to make her own income. So I did say She's not in here now because she's sleeping. But I did tell her that I would start shouting her out. So if the moderators can post her link, it's Garden State Sew, SOW, and ANDSEW. Her name is Robin. Go over, check out her stuff, show some love, do all that jazz you have to do on YouTube to make it stick. 3 videos, 3 thumbs up, leave a comment, you know, and I would greatly appreciate it. Um, so back to Eka. Do you have the community tab now? Are you able to post it on there maybe? Yeah, it was like overnight. Mine are getting really tall in the garden. The one that was across from the chickens, I told you last week when the storm came real fast, snapped it. Autumn Beauty, it was snapped, but it's just because I wanted where the patio is for them to be able to see something pretty that would bloom all the way to fall. But I guess we'll have to make do with the sunflowers that are over near the garden because it's too late for me to get any to germinate. And yeah, so I could try to transplant one. You can't transplant real big ones, but you can transplant ones up to this big. They'll look crappy for like a week, but then they'll be fine. Believe me, I know I've transplanted sunflowers before. So, and I have all this to clean up. My update on the green stalks, I can't get it up. I can't get it posted because it's now saying my phone's loaded. And I had to do like a 2-day harvest. Video's a little bit longer, but I went through all that trouble and all those hours, which was my whole day, to get it uploaded, and my phone's full now. So, rocking a hard place, I tell you what. Mel Rocks did water glassing over at CRC. Okay. Thank you for posting Robin's link. Go check her out. She's a sweetheart. I tried that, but it won't work, or I'm doing something wrong. The water glassing, well, I'm going to follow Simple Living Alaska. Their last batch they did was like in a big 5-gallon where you need the crowbar to get the lid off. I think you have to be really particular, like really, the word's not particular. You have to be very specific about the ratio of water to lime. I do know that because I think they even messed up once, but last year's turned out good. So I'm going to do the research, and if I get it confused by the math on the lime and the water, because they're not doing it like, say, a gallon of water to 4 cups, it's not written out like that. So that could make it where if you're slightly off on the water or the lime, it could throw it off. So yeah, I'm probably going to reach out for some help for that. I want to make sure the measurements are totally accurate, and try to bring some water glassing to the channel. It's a great way to preserve eggs, Your neck hurts, CR? You okay? Now I'm going to put some sunflower seeds in your package too. Yes. I did plant a dill, some slow bolt cilantro, because you all know, us gardeners, it's like trying to garden in the summer is usually like god awful, but then when fall rolls around, it's so much easier. Things don't get attacked by bugs. You're not dying out there. So in my green stalk, I put, because I'm going to be getting cucumbers. I mean, the tower looks gorgeous, but you need dill. It's definitely just the one plant's not going to be enough. And I started some slow bolt cilantro. What else did I do? I took out the big the big tomato plants. I got like a couple big ones off, and I still will say this till I'm blue in the face, I don't recommend big tomatoes in there. Zucchini did pretty good, but it kept getting attacked by the bugs. I pulled that out. I have fresh zucchini plants. I did go back yesterday and tried to prune like the zucchini patch, because I want to make sure that they can have a bunch more for like grilling and stuff like that. And I don't know, the stem's looking a little funny, the one in the grounds, but it's producing. So I'm going to let what's on there finish, and then I'll just put in another plant. But you can get a great zucchini. I mean, I feel like the zucchini's been doing really well here, but you can get another harvest of zucchini by putting plants in now, and you don't have to deal with all the bugs. Fall just overall is like just easier to garden. I think I started some butter crunch lettuce, black seeded Simpson, and I think romaine. And I would probably start some peas. What else did I do? Can't even remember it all. I did a separate like one, two, three, four trays or 6 cells with just some, extra things for fill-in spots, So yeah, so I have all this to deal with, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but making a good homemade gravy for like a Sunday with meatballs and sausage, yum. But when they're coming in a little here, a little there, some people will core it and they'll put an X. I didn't do that. I just put it in a brown bag in the freezer downstairs, trying to accumulate enough to do sauce and then have plenty for eating salsa, salads, omelets, that type of thing. So, and the peppers are coming on in, doing good. I found a really big jalapeno. I did pick some jalapenos. I have like big Berthas. Um, so yeah, I pruned the tomato plants. There's one that still has blight on it. Roma plants around this time of the year really start to just look so bad because it's a determinate tomato plant. It's where you'll get like a bunch and then the plant just phases out and dies. But the Roma tomatoes were quite delicious. I think I had some in eggs one day, but the second set of beans are in the garden. I have eggplant to harvest. I just didn't want to harvest it because no one was really here to eat it. And because I'm taking up room in the freezer, I didn't want to use like, I thought of this. Well, if I can get the tomatoes out and find the food mill, that would be different. I could do a eggplant parm freezer meal maybe for them for when everybody's so busy and they're hungry. You just pull it out of the freezer and stick it right in the oven. I might do that. I don't know. I'll talk to Jean and see what she thinks. And then I thought maybe like a really good bigger dinner, my way of saying thank you, like some chicken cutlets, eggplant parmesan, homemade gravy, you know, amazing. So yeah, it's just an idea. But look at like the first orange pepper that came in. It's like an itty bitty tiny baby. um, Two red ones were kind of like the same, and I like to roast my peppers on the grill and then put them in a bowl, put saran wrap over it, peel the skin off. Gosh, it's like the best sweet roasted peppers ever. Um, but thank you for that, Laura. Extra sunflower seeds. I'm trying to think. Let me think. Do you have any daikon radishes, Laura? Yeah, laugh out loud. Yes, folks. She said it. She can't get it up. Looking at tall sunflowers. Sunflowers are beautiful. I think the birds may have moved my seeds around because I wouldn't normally plant like, I don't even know how many's in there. If you don't know, sunflowers will attract negative bugs, but a lot of the sunflowers, I think there's one in a pot down there, and then there's two that magically are growing up in Miss Jean's mulch. So that's kind of good because if I don't know what they are exactly, but if they were to get big enough, that would look really pretty with the work they're going to be doing. They can see some beauty. Um, but that's a lot of sunflowers to have in a garden, you know. And the blue Hubbard squash are still going. May not get a blue Hubbard squash. That wasn't the reason why I did it. I did it so it would attract the bad bugs. The ones that always take out your zucchinis, try cleaning your app. I did do that. I did it for Instagram and I did it for Snapchat. I cleared the cache out, Mel, to make a little bit more space on your phone. Um, I may have to go through pictures and just quick do like a phone dump on Instagram and just literally hashtag phone dump and dump a lot of pictures over there. So it frees up some space. I did clear out my email that was saying it was full. So I still have to do more work on it. So if you don't see an edited video, I mean, that's why last week was the way it was. It was like whatever I had and when I could remember, because I had such a busy week between YouTube and just other things. I was like, oh shoot, like I didn't even post a video yet today. And then I would quick stick one out there and not edit it. But I have to do the Monday cuteness overload. So hopefully there's no like incidents with the chickens to where it could be one and done and I could put it right out there and not even have to worry about editing it. And then I'll work on my phone. Hello, Jerry Rigsit. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Hope you had a blessed weekend. You're funnier than Benny Hill. Paul. He is though, isn't he? And he's fresh too. He is fresh. There's Jerry Riggs. Everyone go check him out. The humidity here sucks. I agree. We had like maybe 3 days of a break and then it's, I don't know, back again. And I have upper respiratory and it's like, it just makes me, I'm smart enough now to stop pushing myself, the way I was in my garden, but it's just too much. 4 minutes of being out there and I felt like I was going to fall over. This was so freaky. I had flip-flops on and I was on the phone and I was like, whoa. She's like, what's the matter? And I said, I feel like the ground just moved under my feet. That's when I knew, because I was starting to get dizzy and lightheaded, all that, stuff when you have things you want to get done or clean up. And you just can't because I can't take a chance of passing out there. I did clean the run last week. I did their coop. And I just have to get my chicken's foot fixed. So that's that. Chicken videos tomorrow, and then I will try to do a quick dump of maybe pictures, things like that, over onto Instagram. I only go over to Facebook, honestly, to like for the kids. Amanda's pictures with Adeline. Oh my God, my granddaughter's so stinking cute. Gavin's birthday. She's having a thing on Friday, so I'm going over there. I wouldn't miss that for the world. My grandson's going to be 17. She already got him like practically everything he wanted, so I don't know if I should just give him a couple bucks or whatever. And then I'll get to see little Miss Adeline. Amanda's dad. Update on Amanda's dad. He now has MRSA. He has the other thing that I can never pronounce right. I think Jean tried to help me pronounce it right, but I just can't. I think it starts with a C. Well, anyway, he has that. His equipment is now showing at the back of his tailbone. He had a spinal test done. He doesn't have meningitis, but he's still very sick. Very, very sick. He was off the breathing tube, and then his heart rate was dropping. I think in his blood pressure, Amanda said, so they put him back on the breathing tube. And he's getting this I didn't like, but I'm not a doctor, even a nurse for that matter, but they gave him a really low dosage of fentanyl. And I immediately was like, fentanyl, are you kidding me? And the man's like, Mom, it's a little bit different, They wanted to keep him comfortable. He's still on heavy duty antibiotics. So we're better. She calls me about 2-3 times a day. If she gets 3 updates, she calls me 3 times a day. If it's 2 updates, she calls me. Or like she just called me today just to chit chat. So he did wiggle his eyebrow, but for a little bit there, little bit being like a straight week and 2 days, his eyes were open, but he wasn't blinking. So I did speak to my friend Jay about it, and he said if, let's see if I can repeat this correctly, you don't have to blink. He said if his pupils weren't dilating, then he would be, quite alarmed. So apparently his pupils are dilating. Um, but yeah, so he's still very sick. So lots of prayers for Al, my daughter's father. We're still going through that. I'm also dealing with that. And couple scares, enough to bring me to tears. And sorry for getting choked up last Sunday. I didn't even expect that with Fran in here. It was just like brokenhearted about Fran's husband. And then it led into Al. And you know me, I don't like to get upset on YouTube. Um, let's see. Thanks for the link. You should have seen me live earlier on today again on the panel. I had them all. I bet you did, Paul. Let's see, Mel, if you can get a zucchini to grow like that, I wonder what your hands. I'm not going any further. Anyone that we're 10 and 10 in here, 10 people, 10 thumbs up. But people will watch it back. So come on, he does all the big channels. I'm a smaller channel, and he's a freshie, but he's funny. We all know how to take him. So don't ever anyone get offended, right? CR. Oh, Paul. Oh, you had to prune today, CR. Yeah, have to stay on top of it, especially with blight if it's tomatoes. There you go again. Funnier than Benny Hill. I can't bless at Paul. I gotta go have fun, y'all. Jerry Riggs, have a great week. Thanks for popping in real quick. Greatly appreciate it. Stay cool and stay out of the humidity. Just stay safe. But that was what I was going to say. She was a 34-year-old woman, and she drank, what are these? 16 ounces. You could do your own research, but she either guzzled. Now, my mother-in-law told me back in the day when you're really hot, don't ever drink ice cold water. She had a friend where it affected their brain and they died from that. There was a 34-year-old woman that guzzled X amount of water in X amount of time and she died. And she left like little kids behind. So sip it. I mean, you could have a cold, but just sip it. Don't, everybody's like, oh, guzzle water. No, don't guzzle water. Um, just don't guzzle it. That's like scary. But bye, Jerry. Have a great week. Speak of hungry. Them demon peppers are hot, 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 and they burn the day after. Really? But you're growing them, right? I like something spicy. I cannot enjoy a pepper that is like making me sweat at my eyebrows. Like if you can't enjoy it without it burning your innards out, I don't touch those kind of peppers. Eka. I could do the glass of prune juice right now. You know what I've been doing because I wasn't really feeling good. I gave Debbie eggs. She grabbed me a half gallon of orange juice. I went through that maybe a day and a half. And then when I run out, I think mine might be a gallon. Don't hold me to it. But every day I'm trying to do about this much, probably about 2, 3 times a day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm trying to get vitamin C in there because I was really feeling like run down. Um, my throat was starting to bother me, so I thought I was catching a little something, something. Ooh, and I have to show you all something. Um, Afterburner. Now I have you ever tried growing Napa cabbage? I have. The one that is used to make spicy kimchi. I have. It didn't do real good though. At least not that season, and I didn't even attempt to do that here this year. There's enough cabbage out there. I'm probably going to make some sauerkraut, because it's good for your health, good for your gut health. Um, Debbie's supposed to help me do it. We'll see. What kind of radishes, Mel? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm trying to help my little guy open his food. Like daikon radishes, the real long ones. Jean had some. They did really good in the green stalk. Um, but yeah, I wanted to plant some of them like in a row, and then ferment some radishes. So I think that might have been it, Laura, to be honest. Yeah, I think that might have been it. Radishes. Little Creek Homestead, hello, happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Hope you had a blessed week. I know I saw it, Paul. Thank you. Um, yes, definitely check out Little Creek Homestead. First time catching you live. I grew up in your area. You did. Like whereabouts? I'm not technically in my area right now, but that's okay. Whereabouts? And welcome in. So small but very hot. Ooh, could just imagine Eka. Back in my nana's time, these long red radishes were sold here. Then it disappeared. Fortunately, last month, I spied someone's sale at the supermarket. Do you know the name of them, Joe Serrano? That's interesting. Oh, in Ben Salem, you did really? Can you give me a landmark? I love Ben Salem. Raised my kids in Ben Salem. I just really do like Ben Salem, other than Mount Pocono. So yeah. But what a small world. And where are you at now, Little Creek Homestead? As heads up, I do have got a top of the hour. Okay. Thank you, CR. Have a great week. Time to clean up, CR. Thank you, CR, for coming in. Love you bunches. Um, Stay cool, stay hydrated. Just be careful and have a blessed week. Laura says, I was on the phone with Mel. Oh, here we go. I think the way that I repeat it's funnier, but we'll let her tell the story. She said, I was on the phone with Mel and the water sprinklers kicked on, and I was sitting outside smoking and got hit in the eye with the dang thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. She was like, what is that noise? And I'm like, what's the matter? My brain went right to like an explosion, a fire. Like, what's the matter? She's like, it's making this weird, funny noise. She's like, no, they got sprinklers that come up out of the ground over here. And I'm like, listen, I may have anxiety now, but I got to experience some things. And I said, are you talking about the noise that does? I was dying. I was dying. She's like, I don't need all this fancy stuff. I'm just a country girl. I needed that Friday night. I needed the laughs. I mean, she's hilarious. We're hilarious together. And it was just so funny. Her hubby, and her son went for like a little mini vacation to Tennessee. And man, I'm waiting for her to tell me he's zonked. Because between all the rides, the pool, go karts, all that jazz they did, you know what I mean? And I'm sure like going out to eat, and hubby put them up in a nice place. I forget, what is it, a penthouse, Laura? Because usually penthouses aren't on the fifth floor. And then she's like, it's freezing in here. I don't know how you work this thermostat. I said it probably is digital with the push buttons. I tell you what, my girl is funny, 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 funny. I've seen most of Laura's property, her pool house, her goats, all that type of stuff. And I'm like, I haven't seen her house yet. And she's like, I don't need all this fancy stuff, because they had the big drapes and all that. I mean, it's what you're paying for. Then she said they were wasting water because the sprinkler was hitting the street. My lord, my friend, she's hilarious. Hilarious. Paul, I kid you not, like, I was trying to hold my stomach. Didn't see that coming. Nope. Nope. Me neither. You would have thought that she hasn't left uh, the country in like years or something. And she was in Tennessee last year, but I guess maybe a different section. But she was hilarious. Like, she's a simple woman. She doesn't need any of the fancy stuff. So she says, can I say this, Laura? But she was determined to get the Pebble. Is it called Pebble? She'll correct me. The Pebble ice machine, because she likes to chew on ice all the time. And it had to be like, I think they're Pebbles. And the machine wasn't cheap. And she got it. She's not hurting that way. Whatever she wants or needs, she gets it. But I asked her a question. I said, I need to know if you say the word hick, Maybe somebody can help me out here. Is a hick insulting? Because I always thought like the hick meant you were like in the sticks. And she's like, yeah, I think so. It might be. And I'm like, great. I don't have to worry about her. She's not real sensitive that way. She doesn't offend easy. But we were just dying. I needed that laughter big time. She's just too much. She's crazy. I've done daikon radishes before. I personally didn't this season, Joe. But Miss Jean had some in her green stalk, and they actually turned out really well. Um, like great size because it's in the original green stalk. But I don't know if you know this. They say that if you put daikon radishes in your garden, it betters the soil. It'll go down deeper, especially if your soil keeps compacting. It starts to break it up, and plus it's edible. So the purple onions, people call them purple onions. Some people call them red onions. They're salad onions. Um, when you pickle those to go on like hamburgers and stuff, so good. So I didn't grow any of them. I'll probably pick up some, so that maybe for the rest, like if they want to grill or something, it's really, really good. You can pickle them, you can ferment them. Picked's really good. And what else? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yeah, so daikon radishes. It's been 21 for the last 22 years. Really? Hello, Crazy Ed. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Laura, are you sure it was the rain and not your peeping Tom? I'm telling you, it was sprinklers. Like she never saw a sprinkler a day in her life. There's Ed's link. Kind of like Brian Adams, 40 going on 18. Yup, Joe. Let's see. I feel out. Got Jamel. You always do, Paul. You always do. Sorry, 32 years. Let's see. Nope. It was sprinklers, Paul. They had them pointed at the damn street. You could have gotten a free car wash at that place. She did say that too. And she said if her son saw it the next morning, he would be going under it like it's a sprinkler. She's like, Mel, they have sprinklers in the boxwoods. And I'm like, that's normal, girl. Oh, I just can't even. I can't even. It was a fun night, let me tell you. Paul says, hey, people, if my sense of humor upsets you, tough. I don't care as long as I don't offend my host. You never offend me because I don't offend easy, and everyone knows you, my goodness gracious, throughout YouTube. And what does, shoot, I'm going to have a brain fart. He always calls him Paul Funny Man. He just likes to, he's funny in a fresh kind of way, but I mean, if Miss Andale can be in here, or Southern Miss Andale, and not be offended by Paul, we're good. We're good. I'm going to lose service any second. I'm almost home now. When I get inside, I'll come back in. Okay, Laura. Glad she's got home safe. Um, it was just a lot of fun on Friday night. I kid you not. Mr. Bean should take funny lessons from me, Paul. Yeah, that's true. Mr. Bean is pretty funny. Weird, but funny. Mr. Bean needs a shovel to his face. Paul, why? He's funny. Best way to talk me out of seeing a TV show or movie is to say, I can't see that one. Rowan Atkins is in it. Wait, why does that name sound familiar? Rowan Atkins. I don't know. Can't place it right now. Be right back. Okay. I'm working on moving out of Oklahoma. Are you, Ed? What's going on, buddy? Is everything okay? You have my digits. You can hit me up, fill me in. Damn railways have started their crap again, replacing the stones under the tracks for the 5th time. That is so annoying. I lived across from the Armstrong Middle School on Street Road. I live in southern Missouri now and living my dream. Congratulations, Little Creek Homestead. I know exactly where you're talking about. I don't know if when you were here, if you had a problem with Benstown, but I never did. And, but I also, it was a different lifestyle for my kids compared to the way I was brought up. I always say to Jay, like, do you call that country? Or do you call like I just lived in the woods? He's like, no, that's country. like more the skiing section, Jack Jack Frost Big Boulder area. It's where I grew up. So loved it. I wouldn't change that at all. It was a great way to grow up. But I brought the kids up here and they turned out very, very well. Um, the funniest part of Mr. Bean where he orders steak tartare and finally gets rid of it, putting it in some lady's purse. I saw that. I saw that, Joe Serrano. Okay. Oh, really, Ed? Are you okay? Well, we'll talk. Paul says, I'll take your word for it, Joe, but if I see him in anything, I immediately turn it over. I don't miss TV. Been without it for nearly 5 years. Yeah, when Uncle Louie was alive, he would have ripped my throat out if I would have, because I was paying for it, turn off the cable. I was his caretaker after he passed away. I already knew before 2020 what was kind of going on with the, and it was like $245 for cable. It was like, no, I disconnected it. I haven't missed it once. Love fried red onions on burgers with cheese slices. Have you ever tried it pickled or fermented? It's amazing. It's a nice little condiment for your burgers. I guess you could really put it on anything. I forget what I made before. They really liked. Well, I know I made the refrigerated pickles, but I decided not to make it. Let's see what happens with the pickle tower. Well, it's not a pickle tower, but it's cucumbers. Um, Hopefully, they turn out better than the ones in the garden that unfortunately got that disease. But you can do some quick pickles in the fridge. I think I used to make something and they liked it. They were putting it on pork chops and burgers. I just can't remember. It was like the first time I was here. I just can't remember what it was I made. Gosh darn it. But it was good. Um, Let me think. So yeah, I would have to ask Jean, preferably, if she likes pickles, because I can make them some pickles so they can have them for like the year. Or just some icebox pickles. Um, but anything fermented does your gut some good. It's crazy because, you know, certain things you eat upset your stomach and that's down to third. So if you're eating like anything for dinner, you would just put a little bit of fermented sauerkraut on the side of your food and it helps your stomach. I will say this, maybe she will allow me, she being Jean, maybe she makes amazing sauerkraut. It has apples in it. It is so good. Because I know I made ribs that are in the freezer. They're already cooked. They would just need to be warmed up. But someone was asking me for a sauerkraut like video, not a fermented one, and I did my one that I canned. And I thought, you know what? Let me see if maybe she'll share her recipe. She shared her pineapple one, and maybe we can make um, her sauerkraut, which I didn't think that I would like it. It was good. I would have never. I think I don't know everything that's in it. I do know it has apples in it, and it's delish. So I would have to ask her permission. Um, Vandal Land. Yep. No onions here. Those things will kill me. I'm allergic to them in a major way. Oh no, Little Creek Homestead. That counts you out for that for sure. All is done here is rain. You said that last week for the last 8 weeks. What state are you in again, Eka? I know our June was like that, and some storms and stuff, but there definitely is. Paul was right. There's a fly in here. That's what he saw. And now it just hit me in my head. So yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I checked multiple times today and I was talking to a friend of mine and they saw the same thing, like rain later tonight and then it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I was like, Okay, if it rains tomorrow, I got some ooh, things to take care of, you know. But I want to ask before I do it. I want to make sure, because I don't want to just eat by myself. I want to make sure they like some homemade salsa. And I wasn't even thinking I should take out a pizza dough and put, well, I have goat cheese and it's delicious. I really wouldn't want to waste it on pizza, but buffalo mozzarella cheese, if we can get some of that. We could put some fresh tomatoes on it and green pepper and onion. I think they ordered before and it's coming out of the garden, so it would probably taste amazing, like a pizza. I actually was thinking that earlier because I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to eat. My stomach was bothering me, and I'm like, let me just eat leftover tortellinis again. That's what I ate. I didn't even eat the sausage. I think I gave it to my dogs. Um, I had a banana for breakfast. I think maybe some crackers for lunch, and then tortellini for dinner. I chop up a bit of red onion, mix it in with the meat and the eggs. Rowan Atkinson was Mr. Bean Mel. Oh, is that his real name? That's why I was like, it rings a bell, but not exactly. I didn't know that. Good to know. All right, CR, have fun cleaning up and have a great, blessed week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joe, if I make my burgers fresh, I use garlic powder in the meat, black pepper, salt, an egg, and fry the red onion with the burger juice. Wait, you mix that all in? There's usually egg goes in meatballs. I've done stuffed burgers before, like a Monterey Jack cheese, or I've done like mushrooms and like just a cheddar cheese. That's amazing. That's really good. I feel like I don't want to bring her up again, but I'm sorry, but we like garlic, me and Jean, and I don't like burgers in general. I kind of told her that. And I ate a whole burger of hers. It's just me, and it's loaded with garlic. Phenomenon. I don't know if she puts anything else in it, but it was really, really good. And I had one to let the next day for lunch, which was a little while back. But yeah, I do like her burgers too. So I just don't like raw burgers. Maybe like a medium well for me. I don't like it still mooing. But a good burger, can't go wrong with that. Which is shocking. Like I don't like any frozen burgers. I liked mom's burgers. She always made them homemade. She would do a barbecue and she would make like these hash browns. She made this pea and mushroom salad. Oh my goodness gracious, I have to make that. That is amazing. They would probably really, really like that, but it's like sweet garden peas, um, onion, and it's the mushrooms that you put in it, like the ones in the jar, like Jolly Green Giant. And I think it was Italian dressing. So good. Absolutely amazing for a quick, refreshing salad so you don't have to eat the same thing all the time. I loved mom's salad and now I make it. I just haven't made it lately. Uh, Me and pickled onions have a love hate relationship. I love them, but they hate my body. I moved to upstate PA in 2001 and came back through Bensalem and Croydon to go to back one last time before moving down here. I was shocked at how much everything changed. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has. It's sort of like up where I'm from. It was like town wasn't right there, but when you go into town now, they have like a brouhaha. You know, when I was there, like when I was growing up, it was like a thriftway, a bank, a craft store, a bar, type of thing. I went back a couple times in up there with some friends, and town was pretty hopping. I just still wouldn't want to live in town, but I was raised in Whitehaven, Pennsylvania, which is literally down the street from like Hickory Run, if that rings a bell, and down the street from Jack Frost and Big Boulder. There's whitewater raft in there. There was a lake right behind my house. So, I mean, I did grow up a different lifestyle that I loved. Everything's changing these days, Little Creek Homestead. I don't know anyone. Start everything over again. All right, something's going on, Ed. You're definitely going to have to be filling me in on that. Well, I'm off. Gotta get up early for work in the morning. Thank you, Little Creek Homestead. Greatly appreciate you coming in. Just stay tuned for this bumblefoot on the chicken. I have to, I'm going to follow Laura's instructions and do that. And now that I have, I think it's a 3-gallon bucket, I'm going to try to do some water glassing of eggs. Lots of produce coming in, just that my phone is full to the gills. And I might just show the harvest and forget the whole rest of the videos, really, to be honest. So yeah. And I really like Jean's sunflower bag. I wanted it. And then, where were we? I think we went to TJ Maxx. This is about the best I could do. It's a 2-pack. But I got this one. Organic honey farm with the sunflowers and the bees all over it. And then I saw this one and thought this one was really, really pretty. So, yeah. But thank you, Little Creek. That's about the time Gen Z millennials came about their crap. That's true. I agree with that, Paul. Okay. So, United Kingdom. Really? That much rain? I told him to come to Pennsylvania when we talked the last time. I pray you get somewhere that brings you happiness instead of all that crap you have to deal with. Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up with them. It's all good, Paul. Who the heck wants to stay in Stoke on Trent Lavella? Best thing there is the motorway through it. Oh, sauerkraut made in home is so good. It really is. Joe's Toronto. Hello, Cheyenne. Hi, Melody. Sorry I'm late to the fun. No, you're good. Totally good. How's everything going? How's the garden going? I fancy a bowl of pickled onions now, he said. Oh my goodness. Well, I have to buy some because I didn't plant any reds. I was lucky to find starts on the Walla Wallas. And I think that they might be just about ready, to pick them. So, yeah. I was hoping I didn't crank that bag. So, I didn't have to get these. I got these for a specific reason, which they were really, really reasonable. Like $1.79 for 2. Something about a picnic, I think with my grandson's football team, like an invite. So I was like, crap, I don't have my picnic basket anymore. If I do, it's in storage. So I did find this at TJ Maxx because I'm not going to let my grandson down at all. But I have to take out what's in here. So it says it is a 7-piece set. So it's the bag, comes with the bottle. It comes with 2 containers. So they're counting the lids, which I didn't realize that till like 2 days later. The 2 lids makes it 7 pieces. So it's 2 containers. And then a really nice ice pack. There's actually 2. There should have only been 1 in here. And then I grabbed this. God, who the heck I went there with? I grabbed this. It's snack on the go. It's 2 containers. This is JOIE, which is the same containers that I use for all my herbal teas. And this literally was like, let me see if I can re-find it. Like $4. And then I found this, which I figured this wouldn't be a total waste, because I had to fork out money for a phone and just extra expenses. And it's like, I don't want to disappoint Gab. If I'm getting an invite, I'm going. Condiments, it's 3-piece by the same company, perfect for mayo, mustard, ketchup, and more. So I grabbed that. Can you see them in the inside? to go into that little bag. And I thought, I'll always use that bag, not just like one time deal. But you can put your dressing in here, your carrot sticks or celery and whatever. It's 2-pack. I thought it was cheap. So I did get that so that I could, even after Gav, um, just keep reusing it. I wanted a good, decent bag, and it snaps shut, so that's what it looks like. And it's a little like picnic bag. It's insulated. So I did get that when I got those bags at TJ Maxx. I specifically ran in there for that. So yeah. There's Cheyenne's link. See. Okay, I'm home now. She says, thumbs up. Laura, did you see it? This is the bag that I ended up getting, like a cooler bag. I got invited to a picnic for my grandson's football game. I don't really know all the ins and outs yet, but 7-piece set, comes with the bottle, the bag, comes with 2 of these containers, with the lids, and then it should only have 1 ice pack like this in here, but it actually has 2. And I thought that this wouldn't be a waste. I could use this a lot. And then I grabbed a $4 like snack on the go. It was a 2-packer. And then condiment holder that holds like mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, so forth and so on. That's what I got for that picnic. And I like it, so when I'm done with it, it'll go in my vehicle and I'll use it when I go to different places. And I'll look and see about those radishes, Mel. Okay, thank you. Any radishes will do. I was just asking about daikon, though. Mel, don't you eat the continental American breakfast? 3 slices of crispy bacon, 2 eggs, sunny side up, jam, and a cup of... Okay. When I went out to breakfast with Jay, I think the last time I got home fries with extra fried onions, deep fried scrapple, 2... I don't know, it might have been, with that particular platter, it might have been 3 eggs sunny side up, or it was 2 eggs sunny side up, toast, orange juice, coffee, and a milkshake. That's what I had for breakfast the last time we went to the diner. So yeah. Hi, Tiger. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Working tonight. You are? Glad you're in here, though. Sorry to hear that you're having to work, but how are you, my friends? I didn't get an email from you. Let me know when you're not busy, and we'll do that mac and cheese. Unless you want to pick something else, choice is yours. I told you, we'll do a cook-off. Just send me an email. But welcome in, welcome in. No, say, Mel, did you get my email? No, I didn't. Can you resend it again? It was kind of crowded. I had to delete some things off. Cheyenne says, my garden is suffering, Melody. It was doing absolutely fantastic. But we've been hit by hailstorms after hailstorms in multiple days, more than 2 inches of rain within 15 to 20 minutes. Recently, I am hearing like the wind that could come in with possible, I don't know. I take the weather with a grain of salt. It did say some high winds. Yeesh, hail, that's not good. Because that can go right through the plant and kill it. Did you lose a lot? I'm so sorry, Cheyenne. It's a lot of work to lose it due to weather. Oh, Joe Serrano is saying, wow, it's raining here nice and hard, and he's been begging for rain there. We just got a small shower. Okay. I think our rain's coming in tonight and tomorrow. Well, your live stream is bringing us the beautiful torrential rainstorms. Thank you, beautiful. You're welcome. I'm not Mother Nature, but I'm just giving you the weather here. And shoot, if I could send some rain your way, more than happy to. I did pick almost a bushel of green beans yesterday evening. That's awesome. I feel like the beans and the green stalks were doing really good. And the first initial picking of the bush beans in the garden were good. but then it was like nothing. Normally, when you see a brown bean, you know it's phasing out. So I did start some more. There are some in the back, green stalk, but that went back to originally for the lettuce, see how long I could get it to stay, which was the beginning of July. But the bean plants aren't doing good because it's too much in the shade, they need sun. Um, so yeah, we'll have to see. I have to check the bean plants. I'm thinking about pulling them out, harvest whatever's on there because I did a different like section of beans because you still have some time to do bean plants. What else did I do? Little patch of red beets, nothing major, just for some fresh eating. If it works, great. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. But like, I feel like every time I'm in the video, I'm like, oh. So now what I have to worry about with the rain is that it doesn't crack my cabbage. We'll split it. You know what I mean? But Tiger, I'm so glad to see you. Let's see. There's Tiger's link. Good Laura. Now let the fun begin, girl. Paul said about Laura. I did lose a lot of plants, Melody, mostly tomatoes. I had over 100 tomato plants, but I feel like for the amount of work I put into everything, it just isn't balancing out. Yeah, and then to especially have it destroyed by hail. I'm really sorry about that, Cheyenne. Um, Plus, a lot of people's plants were really slow going. A lot of people were saying that their tomato plants weren't even ripening on the vine yet, but you really don't have to let them ripen on the vine. You can bring them in, what is it? Uh, Chloroform that the tomatoes produce, and they would produce that on their own being in the house and ripen up. So, um, and then Robin said she's dealing with a lot of blight. I know there's a lot of issues. Gardeners deal with issues every season. The heat just isn't helping it. Well, the humidity isn't helping my situation, technically speaking. I could do with a good hailstorm right now. Might piss off the railway. Paul, you're a mess. Love you, but you're a mess. Actually, more than normal. Okay, so you're getting more than normal. Me and Laura were saying that in the beginning of like June. It was like all it was doing was raining and then it was thunder and lightning storms constantly. But that is true. Suzanne, he does have to sleep sometime. I've had a terrible time with getting squash to set on the vines. There are just no pollinators. Honeybees are really needed. Mason bees and bumblebees, sure, great, but they're not as good. I was scared of that. I'm not having any problem with that. I planted borage, which I would highly recommend, calendula, the sunflowers, and marigolds, and all the honeybees. I'm seeing honeybees crawling in and out of the borage, and the bumblebees, and they're the ones that are pollinating the zucchinis and the tomatoes, from what I can see. But you can just kind of shake your tomatoes and a little finger wiggle, and they'll think they're being pollinated. So I'm not experiencing that here. There are definitely, but and I saw multiple butterflies. I'm seeing some dragonflies. So I think the ecosystem over there in the garden is pretty good, actually. My cabbages are splitting. You got to harvest them, girl. I can't really talk. Like, you can pick a cabbage and put it in the fridge for months, months, it'll last forever. I just have other things to deal with before I worry about making sauerkraut. And who was it? Somebody said cut the cabbage so that you get ham steaks out of it and put it in a vacuum sealer. And then you pull it out. You can season it whatever you want. People are really big into cabbage. I haven't tried it. They're like cabbage steaks. You cut them a little bit thicker, and I guess you can do them in the oven, a frying pan, and then I don't know what else they eat with it, but apparently those cabbage steaks are a real hit. I'll have to try it. Yes, I've been having the same issue with the tomatoes that are on the vines. They're just not ripening. So tomatoes were gorgeous, huge, and then just started dying off. Oh no, it that's crazy. Can you just rip them all off? Well, then again, you got the hail, which is insanity. Do you have any you can just take off to bring in and just let it ripen in the house? I'd hate to see ethanol gas smell. Suzanne, thank you so much because I'm deliriously tired. Pretty sure I said chloroform, and that's not what I meant, but you knew it. The ethylene gas in the tomato. Everybody always thinks they have to leave it on the tomato plant in order to get it to ripen, but when you bring it in, it releases the same ethylene gas to turn it red. So save what you can save, folks, from out of your gardens. Chloroform. I cannot believe I said that, Suzanne. That puts people to sleep, and that's what she said. I'm sorry. I'm delirious. I'm really sorry. Laugh out loud. That's what she said. Yes, I have marigolds, borage, cosmos. I have cosmos too. Calendula, stock. I don't have stock. Plus plenty of butterflies, dragonflies, etc. I just don't know what is going on. I've never had such a horrible growing season. Are you doing zucchinis? Can you self-pollinate yourself? You do know the trick with the vibrating toothbrush. You just turn it on lightly near the flowers of the tomatoes, and they grow tomatoes. I don't know. Paul says, "Damn it, I missed it," because you did. I brought some tomatoes in to ripen inside. The cherry tomatoes have definitely produced loads of tomatoes, but the big tomatoes seem like they're just doing one wave and dying. That I'm noticing, but I'm not going to jump real quick to be like, yeah, that's happening here because I'm obviously harvesting. I have to, I don't know, we'll see what the weather is like tomorrow, but I might just have to get them to go up the stake higher. Um, but every time I turn around, there's more tomatoes to pick. So I don't know. Normally, like y'all saw my other gardens and with Shed Wars, tomatoes, I don't even know, 12-foot high. Uh, and the tomato plant 12-foot high and having to get up there to harvest it all. So I think we all have to be grateful for what we get. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy. And I don't know. I do know someone that started a second stint of tomatoes. Now I wouldn't do that. It's just too late for that. But you can do extra zucchinis, you could do extra bush beans, you can start some lettuces. Like I was just saying in the beginning, it's much more enjoyable to have a fall garden. If you can keep a couple of your tomato plants alive for through fall, they'll still produce. I mean, what was it, like November? And I was still picking Cherokee purple pepper tomatoes. So I don't know. Every year we gardeners deal with different situations, different things, different bugs, different weather related things. So, but I did notice, I thought the tomato plants were growing a little slower. I just can't judge just yet to say, like, yeah, they didn't produce a whole lot. I'll let you know that soon. Um, so let's see. Yes, I'm doing all the tricks, the electric toothbrush, hand pollinating. I'm doing multiple male flowers to pollinate, one female flower, and some are just not taking. I don't know then because I hand pollinated and it was fine, and then I saw a bee going in it. I think they say that if you open the flower and you see a lot of ants are in there, the pollinators will not go into the blooms to pollinate it. They just don't. I just learned about that the other day, Cheyenne. I've never had that happen. Yeah, I don't understand. Laugh out loud. Well, Mel, first you're on about chloroform, honest mistake. Then you're on about self pollination, and then electric toothbrushes. Laugh out loud. Uh huh. Paul's trying to be a kinky little thing. Ed goes, I know, right, Paul? At least you gave Cheyenne a laugh. I wonder if this is my shopping list for popping over to see her. Laugh out loud. That's such a nice. Oh, there's a bunch. Joe Serrano. Um, it was just hot and exhausting, and like this is my biggest red pepper. Well, it was a tiny plant. I pulled it off. you all know my pepper plants grow up past my shoulder, so I mean, I can speak on that. Um, this is probably one of the better, no blemishes or anything. Kellogg's breakfast tomato. So no one's getting that one. And then I think I got a decent one, maybe not. Um, this is a rainbow tomato, but, and I'm glad I just realized this. Um, see that? It was split. It split from the rain. Which, hang on, because I also want to throw this out while I'm thinking about it. I forgot. I thought it was on the top. I was given the tomatoes, any tomatoes that had any damage or split, I was given to the chickens. So hold on. Okay, so I sat that off to the side for the chickens for tomorrow. Oh, I'm not used to this being half a table. But yeah, a lot of gorgeous ones. Um, Great Romas. Here's really good, decent Roma tomato. This whole thing's filled. So I have to deal with that tomorrow. Facts. And then I did do this. What day was that? Oh, I forgot to shut the door. Today's Sunday. Friday, maybe, I think I did it. I was doing some research on how long the fire starter lasts. And it said like up to a year, 18 months. And I said to Robin, like, you know what? I bought the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. Last time I did 2 jars, ended up with the one. So I got it done. So it'll actually be, so I just did Friday, we're in August. You can do it for 2 months. You could do it for 3 months. But I made my fire cider. Only thing I didn't put in it this time was orange, like the juice of an orange and the rind, the peel, like I didn't have any. And you just give it a shake. I'm keeping it in a dark spot. Both of these jars, just give it a shake every single day. So while your jalapeno peppers are coming in, all your spices, you might as well get it over with and make it. And then you can let them sit 2 to 3 months and you have medicine. I know because I drink it and it helps me from, I could feel like something's coming on and I'll take a swig and I'll feel better. But I wanted to have it for the winter. So I got that done and also got out my book. Remember this book? So it tells you a lot of good things because the medicine's running out in the world. Some people are oblivious to what's going on in the world and they just act like everything's all normal when it's not. And look at how long it takes to get appointments these days. It's like 3 months, you know. Light bulb shortage, told you that last week. Medicine shortage, we already knew about that. So I swear by this stuff. I really do. I don't like to take a bunch of different like drugs and pills. So it looks pretty good. There's both. They're done. And all I do is just shake them up once a day. And I just open the lid to just give it a little burp. No metal lid. Use these ball lids, works the best. Cool dark area up to 2-3 months. And you're good. And then you can strain this off, and all the stuff that's in here, you can turn into a hot sauce. I don't do that. I just strain off all the liquid. Um, my daughter even wants some this year, so I will share some of that. It all depends on how much you're getting out of your garden, your jalapeno peppers. So, when I put rosemary, thyme, oregano, garlic, lemon, the juice of a lemon, the peel of the lemon, a little ginger root. No, yeah, I did ginger, and then I did um, horseradish, and I think that's about it. And the apple cider to the mother. But you know what I remembered from last year? I never put the honey. I'm going to have to buy raw and unfiltered honey. It's the only one that will work. Once it's all drained, you can put the honey inside the liquid to make it easier to go down or to help your throat. So check off the list. I did that Friday because yesterday was Saturday. I don't think I did it yesterday. I did it on Friday when I was chopping up some things. So fire cider's all done. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be another harvest day. More tomatoes and peppers started round 2 of tomatoes. You're another one starting around 2 of tomatoes and summer squash, beets, radishes, mustard, carrots, and herbs. Okay, I didn't do the carrots, Tiger. I did start a little thing of like extra cilantro, parsley. Has anyone else heard this? Like the metals in your body. If you say you do like a smoothie and you throw cilantro and parsley in there, it pulls the metal out of your bodies from whatever you eat or drink, or even if it's coming from the air. I think Robin told me that the other day, but this book tells you everything, absolutely everything. So I wanted to share that as well in case anyone is trying to get clean physically inside. Another big conversation that's coming up, and I don't know, this might be total withdrawals for me. Okay, so the creamers, when you read the ingredients on the back, it's nothing but all these horrible oils for you. I don't care if they're flavored or not. It has just so many bad oils. It's not even really a dairy product. Benefit of the doubt, my daughter recommended one. I can't think of the name right now, and I bought a bottle of it. I tried it and I felt like I had to add a lot more into my coffee. Wasn't really that sweet. So that's the next thing I'm trying to work on, is I'm trying to find a creamer that's all natural, doesn't have all this sunflower oils and all that jazz that's going to end up killing us. I'm trying to find, like, whether it's vegan. I've never had almond milk, so I don't know if I would like that. But I did try one that she recommended. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't really sweet. I'm looking for a good creamer that's all natural, that's sold bigger, because I don't go out to the stores all the time. That's why I usually always try to have 2 here. And I'm stuck on this creamy one. And I read the ingredients on that one. It's nothing but oils. So it's quite unfortunate. And I'm looking for a non-dairy, like powdered creamer to have for backup for emergency. So if anybody has any recommendations. I did start back to Tiger. I think I did some mustard greens, some collard greens, parsley, cilantro. That's why I got distracted. I think maybe I started more broccoli uh, for Jean and them, because she didn't like cauliflower. I didn't know that. So I started more broccoli so that, because she's been busy. So maybe she'll get to sit down and enjoy some fresh broccoli if it all turns out all right. The last broccoli turned out good. Broccoli, more beans. Not doing any more, did I? I started something purple. It's either a cabbage or it is, I want to say it's purple cabbage. I'm thinking, because I don't think I started purple cauliflowers. I'm not really sure. That's the only one I lost a tag for. So I started other things too, just carrots. I still need to do that. And I'm not going to start any more tomatoes. If I saw something that had ants in it, I wouldn't go inside either, says Ed. Well, that's a good point, Ed. My peppers, not even going to talk about them. It's that bad. Cheyenne, what? No cantaloupes or watermelons this season. Yeah, I didn't have the right watermelons. Um, two watermelons I really like that I can't think of right now that don't need a big area to grow were like my favorite. One's like a dark green, brown. Um, I never could find the seeds to do that. If only I could have grabbed that tomato you showed us on screen. Which one? This one? Wait, hold it the right way, Mel. Is that the one, Joe? Or you're talking about the big Kellogg's breakfast? This is sweet and delicious. I finally ate one for the first time like last week. I sliced it. I can't think of the name of the guy on the bread, but it's like a 7 grain, 7 seed bread. And it's in the freezer because I'm not experimenting on bread anymore. And that's an all like natural bread. It's in the freezer and I just take out 2 slices when I want it. And I made avocado um, toast. The avocado, I smashed it all down like a guacamole, tomato, and then I did an egg for protein because I wasn't really feeling good. This was delicious. It's really, really juicy. It's lower in acid too. Mel, everything grows above your shoulders because you're so short. Me, I'm short. How am I short? I would have beaten you, Joe, and made my tomato and mayo sandwich already. I didn't even do that yet. Maybe for lunch tomorrow. I'll pull out another piece of that bread. My daughter recommended that bread, and I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to like it. But it's really good. It's like 7 seed bread or something. It has a guy on the front, green and black, if that helps you out any. And I just lightly toasted it. But it, you know, I always like all my toast, whether it's fried bread or not, lightly toasted. But I didn't even have a tomato and mayo sandwich at the season. Lots of pepper on it too. I like pepper on it. I know some people put salt on their watermelon. Mm-mm. I bought a little thing of watermelon the other day because it's just not feeling good. And it was ice cold. It was so good. And then I finished the rest the next day. It wasn't like a big bowl or anything, but I got to get some more of them. That watermelon was delicious. Last 2 watermelons I bought. The second one, I knew exactly what I was doing with it. I left it on the counter for a week. I didn't think I was going to be able to cut through it. I ate a little piece off the end. I gave the whole entire thing to my chickens so that they wouldn't die in the heat. I don't need the watermelon that bad. The one before that was kind of getting mushy in the middle. So, and they devoured 2, humongous watermelons. I think I bought it at Sam's. So, yeah, I want to just get some ice cold watermelon in the little containers for myself. And I have only 3 yogurts that I didn't get to out of the whole thing that I buy when I go to Sam's. I'll have a yogurt every day or every other day. Um, and you never waste anything with chickens. I just take them out and dump them in their bowl. They love it. So, yeah. Those tomatoes look fantastic, Melody. My tomatoes never get that big except the super sauce tomatoes. I never tried those one. The super sauce tomatoes are doing fantastic, but the others, nope. Okay, I just had this conversation with someone that I'm at the point in my life. Obviously, my life's a hot mess, but when it comes to gardening, let's leave it at that. I have my selected tomatoes now. I don't want to try all the different Baker Creek tomatoes like I did the black Krim. I did the white tomato last season. I'm just not really interested. So I like the Kellogg's breakfast. It's one of my top favorites. The giant rainbow tomato. I like Dr. Witchy's. I like a good Roma tomato, but I like the Mr. Stripey Roma tomato. I don't know if you ever saw that. It'll be about this side and it's prolific. It must not be a determinate Roma tomato plant. It has lines all over it. I got buku amount of them last year and the year before. And what else? Pink ox hearts and my Cherokee purples. And that's it. I don't think that I'm going to branch out trying any more of these tomatoes. If it works, if it's working, stay with it. You know what I mean? Instead of trying all these I feel like with shortages, the prices, what's the point of trying like an all black tomato when the seeds are a little expensive and it's about having fresh things to eat seasonally or preserving some things, however you want to do it. So I'm not really in the mood to be messing around with buku amount of different tomatoes. Been there, done that. And my favorites are the ones that I'm going to grow all the time. I think there's also a homesteader's tomato that I liked and something else. Can't think of it. But that's it. I'm not doing any other tomatoes anymore. Uh, my paste tomatoes are the biggest they've ever been. Well, that's good, Tiger. Like these are really good, decent sized ones. But Mr. Stripey's, or it must be like an indeterminate. It just keeps producing them and producing them. When you get a Roman tomato plant, it says determinate on it, it's just going to produce X amount and then it's just going to die off. Some people don't realize that. Well, I hope everyone has a great evening. I have to head out and close up the chickens and such. Wish everyone well. Cheyenne, has any of your chickens ever got bumblefoot? Just curious. But love you, girl. I'm really sorry to hear about all the problems you're having in your garden. Stay positive. Start maybe looking forward to like maybe fall gardening. You know, grow some collards that you could throw in with a pork roast or some tendered mustard greens, spinach. I did start spinach. Try things like that. I know you put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'm really sorry that that happened to you. Just nothing we can do. We can try to control bugs, but we can't control Mother Nature. So I wish you well. Thank you for coming in, Cheyenne. Maybe we'll see you next Sunday. Everybody's saying goodnight to Cheyenne. Rosemary has no time left because Ginger slapped her, but Honey was there too. Oh my gosh, Paul, I love that. That is hilarious. Hello, Mona. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. How's your garden? I know you go on late sometimes. I just can't hit it because I just been so tired. But I'll try to come over and play some catch up, Mona. I want to go visit Mel, but I think I'd be eating healthier. I want to go visit Mel. I think I'd be eating healthier if I did. Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you would be eating healthier. Love freckles on a girl. Makes me want to join the dots. Well, you'd have a lot of dots to join, my friend. Lots. But I didn't get freckles from like the sun. I'm Irish, you know. If I start living on my own land again, I'm going to start making all my own bread, seasoning, everything. Yeah. I mean, it beats paying the price for it, you know? Everything's really expensive. So I think the last time I was out, I usually get peppercorns, but I was using a lot of pepper, so I bought a big thing of pepper. I bought something else too. I can't think of what it was. My Jared wanted a case of beefaroni. I got him spaghettios and meatballs, and he was being persistent about like, Mom, take in 6 cans. I'm like, why? I'm not going to eat it. And I just thought, I'm not going to argue with him. I'll take in 6 cans. When he finishes those, I'll give him the other ones. You have to really start reading the back of your food. Even on the spaghettios and meatballs, it has the engineered. If you know what I'm talking about, it's on there. If you look up what that means, it's not good. It's just more reason for you to have to go to the doctors, more reason for people to catch cancer. I literally checked in a supermarket. Now I love Alfredo sauce. I usually make it homemade. I think it was Prego, and it had that on the back. I picked up the Italian jar and read the back, and it wasn't in there. So you just have to be really careful that you're not buying any of that. I can't even think of it right offhand. Oh, help me out, somebody. You know what I'm talking about. I need you to come here and show me what you are doing in your garden. No problem, Mona. Oh, you didn't get them from the sun, but the sun also helps to bring them. Yeah, that is so true. Um, so what is it? What is the name of it? Come on, Tiger. Paul, help me out. Oh, genetically modified. If you look at what genetically modified is, it's like bugs, it's chemicals inserted into it. Yeah, nope. GMOs. It's yeah, it's got all this like really bad stuff for you. So you really have to pay attention to your canned goods, your labels, just anything that you're buying. You'd be shocked. Like I was pissed when I saw that it was on this SpaghettiOs and meatballs. I'm thinking, great, I gave it to my kid. Um, Anything that's genetically modified is just a faster way to kill us all. True story, but don't trust me. Do your own research. It's just crazy. But I thought, why does the Italian brand not have it in it? It might have been Ragu brand or Prego brand. Absolutely said genetically modified. So you can Google genetically modified. Uh, Me and a couple friends have done it, and it's just not good stuff in there. Not at all. And now I saw this video where they're injecting the meat or they're doing lab meat. So if you want to know if your meat's injected, take a magnet into the store. Listen to this, because it's usually in the styrofoam and it's wrapped in saran wrap on the top. If the styrofoam sticks, if the magnet sticks to it, it's inserted in there. They're injecting the meat and they are the virus, vax in it. Those sort of things you do have to watch what you say on YouTube. But anyway, um, just be careful. It's not worth eating it. It's so much easier. Like this bread, I bought this bread. It was like my second time, and I left it on the counter. Gene asked me if I was going to do another experiment. It wouldn't mold. I mean, bread molds. It wouldn't mold. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm going to stick to that green bread because that's really good, and I can make the it's like a crunchy, really good in a Dutch oven type of bread. I know how to make sandwich bread, so it's like, why bother? At least I know what I'm putting in my food isn't going to kill anyone. Crazy. If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. Thank you. I mean, hello. So I knew it was coming sooner than later, and then I feel like now when I go to the stores, I'm reading the ingredients on everything. Some people are just like, well, I don't care because something's bound to kill you. It's like, no, but you want to eat and you want to stay alive and you want to stay healthy. It's just another way for the medical system, to make you sick. You got to go to the doctors. It's more medicine. No, no. If you can't pronounce it, if you don't know what genetically modified is, do your own research, but just don't eat it. um, Tiger, how do you pronounce eggs and cheese? Well, eggs and cheese is good, um, especially if you have backyard chickens. Um, the cheese that's in the bag with the waxy film on it, it's the worst thing for you. Or like the Kraft bottle that we all used to buy. I don't. I buy different cheeses and I just shred it up, whether it's Mexican cheese or mozzarella. But sometimes I can find, because Amanda turned me onto it, I can find like mozzarella cheese that doesn't have any like bad stuff in it, doesn't have the waxy stuff. You just really have to watch. Did anybody see Homestead Heart this week? I think one of the neighbors offered her grandchildren Oreos, and it's now on Oreos. And she's like, my grandkids aren't eating that. It's not going in their body. She did do a video on it. So Homestead Heart. And I was making these Oreo pudding pies, and I gotta tell you the truth, I love them. But I want to see if I can find maybe a different cookie, if that is the case. But she said it's just killing you. Start reading your ingredients. And when she said Oreos, I was like, oh no. Because I like making that Oreo pudding pie. So I think it's turning into, unless you just don't care about your physical health or what you look like or how long you're going to live, eat whatever you want. Don't care. Um, but if you do care, you just might have to go back to a little bit. Now I love home cooking, like a normal home cooked meal. I don't mind making cinnamon rolls from scratch. I don't mind making bread from scratch, just as long as somebody's there to eat it. But yeah, be uber careful, everyone. Be really careful. So that's that. Let me share this again in case Pam watches the live back, and anyone that watches the live back, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. This came in the mail from Pam, and it is from the company. It's eco-friendly pop-up flower bouquet. It's from Fresh Cut. How cute is that? Love it. It's earth-friendly sunflower. She knows I love it. 1% for the plant, and we plant a tree. So that's a good cause. I like it. Obviously, she knows I love sunflowers. I thought that was super sweet. I loved my card. I loved my conversation Friday night with Laura. I mean, she was hilarious. She's got to be so tired. She's got to be passed out by now. She's such a good mom. So I'm glad they had a good time. And I loved the factor at the end of the text message. She said, listen, you better like it because it's the very last one. And I was like, what? And here she got me an orange. There she is. Sorry, I'm back. Had to get my little guy to bed. We're worn out after the traveling. I just said that because I'm getting ready to end. And I said, Laura didn't come back. She's probably tired. But super excited and so thankful for my Tennessee hat. And I want to represent Laura, so she has to send me a Kentucky hat because I love baseball caps. It would be much better than this, but I keep my hair up when it's so hot. Um, but yeah, Morgan Wallen, if you're interested. I mean, double CDs, 34 songs or 37 songs. It's going to take me a while. I'm a late bloomer on the Morgan Wallen. It was the last one. She said, I just told them that. It's driving me wild. So yeah, I'm hook, lined, and sinkered. And I got away from music for a while, probably just because of my circumstances. And that's not really who I am. Music makes the world go around. I think it can boost your spirits no matter what you have going on. Um, you can put music on to clean, whatever. But if, they're literally saying that this Morgan Wallen is going to be inducted into like the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's already beat out like Dolly Parton, I think, um, Elvis Presley, like, I don't know. And they're not all like, it's my truck and my dog, my woman left me type of music. No, it's real hip and it's really, really good. So, and she just happened to be in Tennessee. And, she got me a hat and I'm so excited. Invest in black and a back scratcher. Oh, yeah, they're good. Especially when you don't have anybody to scratch your back. And it is driving me wild. Okay, I read that one. So, yeah, extremely grateful to my friend Laura. Great big shout out to Pam. Thank you for the flowers. I'm going to show Laura real fast because she'll be going to bed, getting a good night's sleep. I did this year's 2 fire ciders. It's done. Are you ready for me to come and visit you, Mel? Yeah, we'll talk about it. You'll have to hit me up. And I'll have to touch base with Gavin to see when this picnic is. But I guess I'm going over Amanda's on Friday for my grandson's birthday. So that's exciting. I know my videos were late going out this week, but a lot of editing and trying to harvest. I have to do something with all this because there's more to go. Bunch of zucchinis to deal with. And then I think I'm just going to do a quick phone dump, like I said earlier, on the pictures on my phone. And Laura might have to be the mathematician on explaining like the water to lime ratio for somebody who's done it. If anybody watches this back and you've done it, I think this is a 3-gallon. Thank God she got me that. The amount of lime to water so I can do some preservation of eggs. Water glassing, as they call it. That will be interesting to bring to the channel. and I'm exhaustedly tired. I'm beat. I really, really am. Like I said, I've been helping a friend out this week as well. Super duper nice. And I'm just tired. So, and I'm a little hungry. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to call that good for this week. I don't think I missed anything that I wanted to show or, you know, I think this is uber cute. It's nice, wasn't expensive, and I could use this over and over again even after that picnic thing is over. Um, and then the cute bags, because a couple of my bags broke for the store. So show these one last time. Two for like a buck something at TJ Maxx. Um, but they're cute and adorable. So anyway, obviously I love sunflowers. um, so yeah, the chickens tomorrow, I'm gonna have to order the spray for the chicken's foot. I'm gonna have to get some bleach. I'll need the exact measurements from Laura on how much bleach to water, and I'm gonna stick that chicken's foot in there. Um, I'm gonna take a better look at it tomorrow, see how it looks after today's humidity, and get rocking and rolling on that to get that chicken's foot better. There's like all kinds, oh, sorry, there's like all kinds of things flying around. It's like bug season, you know? So yeah, I got to do that with the chickens. So tomorrow's the chickens, and I am going to have a recipe coming out this week. It's going to be, it's a drink. Quite interesting. I'm not going to say anything else about that. You'll just have to, I heard it's addicting. I think it's all over TikTok. Um, they're calling them lemons, but I'll tell you what, it's got limes in it. So I want to hold up something different because I held up my flowers for the beginning. But thank you, moderators. Greatly appreciate it. Laura, I'm so glad you got home safe. Ed absolutely hit me up. It says Laura every time I do my daughter steals it. Hi to Paul, tell her she should have enough of them for taking ours. That's true. Roxanne at Country Road Cure did it, Mel. What, the water glassing or the chicken foot? Girl, I haven't done water glassing yet. I know that. Look who it is. And she was in here lurking. Miss Andale saying goodnight, Mel. Have a good week. You as well, Miss Andale. Love you and miss you. I was explaining earlier, if Miss Andale doesn't get offended by Paul, nobody should get offended by anything Paul says. Yeah, it's for the chicken's foot, right? Okay, thanks for the link, Paul. Greatly appreciate it. Love you, Miss Andale. I've got to edit a video on a chainsaw. Okay. Mel, what? I will watch it. I will watch it. I will watch it. Oh my gosh, Paul, you posted it like 5 times. Suzanne, thank you so much for being here per usual. We love you to pieces. Moderators are great. Boom was busy. Just put you a cap full of it in about a couple quarts of water. Heck, I don't measure it, laugh out loud. Okay. But I got to get the blue stuff first. Okay. I'd say hello to Mona. I pray for water glassing your eggs. Oh, it's for water glassing your eggs. Thank you. I read that totally different. I'm just delirious. But I love you all. Actually, I'm going to hold up Miss Andel. I got my fire cider for the year done already. So I'm going to say this to anyone that watches it back. If you have onions coming in, garlic coming in, jalapenos, ginger. Oh, I had to buy organic turmeric because I don't know where my turmeric's at. Get all your ingredients together and make your fire cider so it can sit for 2 to 3 months. And then buy yourself some raw unfiltered honey. After you drain it out, you could put the honey in it. I did do research. When you put the honey in it, it lasts a year. If you don't put the honey in it, it could last almost up to 2 years, I think it said. So on that note, am I missing anything else? Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, Paul. I saw that. Good for you. You can still use the Clorox without having the blue stuff, Mel. Yeah, but don't I have to cover the wound? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Um, Call me when you wake up, Laura, unless you're going somewhere. Her son's going back to school on Wednesday. I'd be afraid to get on the phone with her tonight because I'm so stinking tired. I will explain to her tomorrow why I'm so tired, but yeah. Oh my gosh. And apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. So, as I like to say, get crack-a-lackin' on it so that you're well prepared before winter even gets there. But I love you all. Thank you for watching it back. Smash the like button. Leave comments if you have a question. And I hope you have a great week. I'll see you throughout the week. And bye, everyone. Bye, Laura. Love you. Looking forward to my hat. Looking forward to my hat. Can't wait. And just love you to pieces, but you know that. I have open house tomorrow for him. Oh, that's right. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Mona, thank you for coming in. Again, love yous all. Gonna hold this up and I'm gonna check off because I'm tired. Love you all. Stay safe. Stay cool. Stay as healthy as possible. Read the ingredients on your food. And you'll see videos throughout the week. Sorry for the slacking this week. I was just very busy. Ed, give me a call about whatever's going on with your situation. Love you all, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye, friends. I'm going to turn it this way. You can see that beautiful color. Good night, folks. Have a blessed week, everyone. Love you, Laura. Good night.